Want to get familiar with the strike zone. Strike zone is when you start the day out and nothing is going good. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Whatever the heck would happen, and then another thing would happen, and then another thing would happen. You're having these days, you're striking out, maybe your buddy's striking out. For us today, it was like one of those days where like we get to the cat, it's already flashing codes. An hour later, I break Bobcat glass. I get a text from Ricky. He broke his Bobcat glass. And it's just like, all right, we're going to call this day a little bit early today because for whatever reason, you can call it the universe, you can call it different energy, you can call it vibes, you can call it just like you're off your game. But we're just not sinking three throws. Always tell all the guys I work with, I'm like, bad things come in threes. And when you know you're striking out, when you're just like, oh, I'm striking out, there's two ways you can deal with this. You can pause everything you're doing, and like literally I mean pause, like a long pause. Lunch break is kind of okay, but I'm talking like just sitting there doing nothing. No phone, no nothing, just sitting there like in timeout. You just sit there, and you just don't do crap. And you just let the time clock, you just let the clock, you let everything just go. And you recenter yourself. Or you tap out and say, screw it, you know what, I got stuff in my house I gotta do. I could wash my truck today, I'll go home early today. And you feel like a quitter the first couple times you do that, but I never regret it when I do it. Because I'm a guy who work 12, 14-hour days every single day. I'll do 7-day weeks for like a couple weeks in a row before taking a day or two off. I have no problem with that. There are days where you know you wish you never went to work. Had you not gone to work, you would have had some forward progress instead of some negative progress. And everybody's had these days. You just go, you put the mower in the lake, you end up having to get like, towed out, you end up having to resod their backyard. Like there's times where this stuff happens. Oftentimes it comes because you have too much work, so you're like just running around. You probably have too much work because your pricing's too low. I know that's been my thing is like trying to figure out where should I be priced. Matt LaMarche had something out where he's talking about pipelines and your close rate. And I think if you have like more than 50% close rate, your pricing's too low. He says guaranteed your pricing's too low. And that guy knows because he's worked for like massive corporations. He's worked in the corporate level of like people like Staples and Yamaha, big companies like that. So he's gotten like professional sales training where he's been told like, dude, if you have more than 50% close rate, if your rate of closing's high, you're not awesome. It's your pricing's too low. And so that's one reason. Sometimes you can just be go, 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 and you're not stopping. You're not like stopping to smell roses and get your stuff together, which totally happens. Or you got to refocus. You got to like stop everything. Sometimes there's a deadline on a job, and you just don't have a choice. But the careful thing to watch, I guess that makes sense-ish. But the thing to watch is when you're the boss, when you're the leader, when you're the crew chief on the job site, you are responsible for getting that energy back or hitting that tap out button. And you'll notice it. You'll notice that if you don't, like when you feel it, when you're like, yeah, not feeling it today. Team's just not playing good today. Things aren't going good today. Ain't a good day. But we've got to make payroll, or we got to get this job done, or if you just stop and you're like, all right, can we set up for a long day tomorrow? Like, can we just go home, stack up the coolers, fill up the trucks? Can we go do like errands? Can we just go do stuff that'll help make tomorrow better and just tap out? You will get better in time at just feeling it. When you know you don't have it, abort mission.